We have here Tacticalgramma, Michelle. Thank you so much for being with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
To be honest, when we came across your channel, we were very impressed with your skills, with your content, and we just said, like, especially for Miss Esport, we had to have a conversation with you and to talk about your start and how you got into gaming. Can you tell us a little bit more about how and when you got into gaming and streaming?
Sure. When I was 7, Pong came out, so we started playing Pong as a family. My parents loved to play it too, and I had one older brother. And after Pong, we got Atari 2600, and we would sit around on Sunday afternoons and just take turns playing games as a family. Like Asteroids, Crackpots, all the old Atari games. Just had so much fun doing it. And then just continued to play games there was a period of time like when I was playing sports in high school, I wasn't playing as much. But then again, when I got married with my husband, we'd go to arcades and play games, and then we had all the Nintendo systems because we loved playing sports games. Then we came across GoldenEye, and once we started playing GoldenEye, first-person shooters were my thing. I love first-person shooters ever since GoldenEye, and we still love sports games like Madden. We'd sit around. We would put our kids to bed at night because we had no money, and so our date night would be putting our kids to bed and then playing video games and just laughing and having a great time.
That's the perfect date night, to be honest.
I know, right?
Yeah, especially for gamers.
Yeah, exactly.
So your skills are amazing in Call of Duty. How did you manage to sharpen your skills and to develop them?
I honestly think it's just from streaming every day. It's a funny thing is I just went back and watched a stream from May of 2020. And I was watching my gameplay. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was bad. like in Warzone. Like Call of Duty and multiplayer, I was fine because I played for so long. But Warzone, I'm watching my movement and how slow I was and how terrible I was doing. So I think it's just I play Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 hours a day, and then Saturdays I play with my supporters. So it's just a lot of playing.
So a lot of playing, putting a lot of practice, basically, just sharpening those skills. And do you compete competitively as well?
I always said I wasn't going to, but lately, because I stream on Facebook, Facebook has done a few like little trio tournaments, like custom trio tournaments, and they had me host one. And so I started playing in a couple, and it's been kind of fun. It's not, I'm not at that level, but it's fun. And then we're doing one this Saturday. It's more like a lower KD one, so that'll be kind of fun because my KD is not great. It's only a 1.14, and a lot of these guys that do tournaments are like 4 or 5 KDs.
So, are you part of a team at the moment, or?
I'm not really part of a team. I belong to an organization called BZRK, and it's a content creation organization that focuses on charity. So and creating content. So we just mostly it's about creating content, and then we raise money for charity. And that's the main reason why I joined this one, because it was so focused on charity.
Yeah, that's an amazing cause for sure. And do you practice with any of your team members? I read somewhere that your grandson actually, I think, got you into Call of Duty. Is that true? Or your
No. My grandson's my son. Well, we were playing Call of Duty when he was a kid, so I've been playing Call of Duty since it came out.
Okay.
But what happened, I think, what you might be referring to is, so he kept trying to get me to watch streamers all the time.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't want to watch people stream video games. I want to play them. It's stupid to watch people play video games. And then Facebook, the way Facebook is designed, it's because it's a social media platform. The streamers that aren't kind of come up in your feed. And there was a couple that came up, and I started watching them, and I started watching more, and then I started watching more. And so that's how I got into actually enjoying watching streamers. And then when I have arthritis in my thumb, so I can't use a controller anymore. Okay. So my husband's like, we'll get you a PC and you can try to, do mouse and keyboard because you love the game. I don't want you to stop gaming. And so I got the PC, and as soon as I got it, him and my son were like, you should stream. And I'm like, who's going to want to watch someone my age play video games? And they're like, well, then you have nothing to worry about if no one's going to be watching. You're going to be playing anyways. You might as well stream.
Yes,
and so it was both my husband and my son's encouragement is why I'm streaming.
That's amazing. It's good to get the encouragement and the support from the family as well, especially like
Yeah,
streaming. When you stream, basically you put a lot of hours as well, and you need dedication for that. So sport is
yeah,
very important.
yeah.
One of the main things that made us actually establish Miss Esport platform. Miss Esport platform basically is a joint platform created by Legion by Lenovo and Power League Gaming, is to inspire younger generation, especially the young girls, to develop their skills in gaming, streaming, and just to compete competitively as well by creating a safe haven tournament for them, especially that girls get trolled online a lot.
A lot.
Exactly. And we wanted to create that concept basically of starting somewhere safe for them where they can grow their skills and then just unleash their skills basically in co-ed tournaments and beat the guys and all of that.
Yeah.
So, as a streamer as well, is there any advice you would give to young generation, especially young girls who wants to start streaming but kind of afraid of being trolled, because there was actually a study that a lot of girls have male gamer tags just to avoid getting picked on online.
There's a lot of times too, like they won't talk in pub lobbies because as soon as they hear you're a female, it's just relentless. Like especially Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a
Yeah,
toxic environment. Um, so if you're like in say playing multiplayer and they hear you're a female, they're going not all of them, I should say, because generalization is not a good thing. There's a lot of guys that will
majority.
troll them. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, that will troll
yeah.
them. There's some great guys out there. Like I found great guys in my community that are just so supportive of females.
Hmm.
So there's a lot out there, but unfortunately, there's a lot that are
Unfortunately.
toxic. Yes,
Yeah.
but I think the goal is to, I don't know, my goal is to try to be a positive voice in this space for females. I kind of get it a little easier than like say a younger female because I'm older and I don't get kind of the things that the younger females get because I'm old. So it's kind of nice. But I have a lot of friends who are trolled, they're harassed sexually in their chats and stuff like that. So as a young streamer, it's something to be aware of. Then my suggestion would be to get really good mods. Get
Mm.
really good mods that just stop it as soon as it starts. Because I still get some stuff, and then if you have really good mods in your chat, as soon as that comment comes in, it's just gone, and those people are gone, and you have to have someone in there on it.
Yeah, so basically just to stop them right away and with the
Yeah,
consistency they're gonna stop. So is
yeah.
there any other advice of people who would like to pursue basically streaming as a career as well?
It's a lot of hard work. It's more than just um, oops, sorry. It's more than just pressing live and playing a video game. It you really got to hone your skills. I'm still getting good at it because I'm kind of an introvert at heart. But really work on your skill when you go live, like talking, even if no one's in your chat, talking like someone's there, talking through your gameplay. And it really helps your gameplay too, as you learn, it's like, oh, I'm doing this because of this and this, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go this way because there's people over here. Just kind of talk through those things when you're streaming. Um, that way if someone does pop in, it's like it's not silent and quiet. They're like, oh wow, this person's kind of engaging. And they might stick around for a little bit, right? But if you're just sitting
Yeah.
there only playing a game and never talking, then people are like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
might
it's
get
hard.
awkward.
Yeah, it's really hard to do when you have one viewer coming in and out, maybe. And you're like, okay, I'm talking kind of to myself, and you really are in the beginning. But it builds that practice so that when the people are in there, you're having this
Hmm.
great conversation with them.
Yeah, and I believe as well, it increases your multitasking because you're basically focusing on the game and talking as well and engaging with the audience. Even if
Yes.
there's no audience to watch, but you're still trying to engage and to
Yeah.
talk and to explain everything. So it sharpens that multi-skill task as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you have VODs, if you want to save those as VODs, then now you have that commentary there too. You could save it, like even if you just streamed and you saved your VOD and put it on YouTube. Well,
Mhm.
now there's this whole commentary that if someone wants to watch back, it's not just you sitting playing a game, there's just the commentary too.
Yeah. One more thing before we leave. I just want to know, where did tactical grammar came from? How did you think
That's,
of it? Because it's
that's interesting. Yeah. Well, for so long, my husband and I, we shared a gamer tag. I think it was Forgiven. We shared it. But when I started to stream, I'm like, well, clearly I'm an older female. I was a grandma at the time. I had just become a grandma. And I'm like, I kind of want to, I might as well just play on the fact that I'm older and a grandma. So I was like thinking of different names, and I was like, Granny's got a gun or this and that. And my husband is the one that said Tactical Grandma.
Nice, nice.
That's the one.
It has a nice tone to it, as a nice ring. Like when you hear it, it's like, oh wow, Tacticalgramma.
Yeah. And I didn't want to spell like the normal way of grandma. I wanted to spell just slightly different.
Grandma, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Michelle, thank you so much for being with us. It was an honor to have this conversation with you, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.